Hello, this is a bit of a look at how to deal with triplet rhythms in written music. In particular, we're going to look at the tune I Get a Kick Out of You from the Step 3 Technical Repertoire Pack. The version that I've got here, and you may or may not be able to see clearly, is in the key of B flat major for trumpets, A flat major for trombones, so be ready for those flats. The flats are not the focus right now though. Our focus is on the rhythms that you can see on the board back there, and that are probably going to be the trickiest thing for you to work through when you're rehearsing this at home. Step one, as always, is to go and listen to someone good perform the tune. So head to YouTube or Spotify, type in I Get a Kick Out of You, Anything Goes, and have a listen to one of the stage show versions of that. Anything Goes is the name of the Cole Porter musical that this tune is from, so have a listen to that. There will be lots of other versions. There's a Michael Bublé version, an Ella Fitzgerald version, about 1 million other versions. However, like with all these jazz tunes, people do their own interpretations. So I know that the Anything Goes version is going to be pretty similar to what you have on your page. And our goal for right now is to work out how to practice these rhythms, not so that you can do the perfectly accurate performance, but so that you can deal with these when they come up in other tunes as well. The only other equipment that you're going to need, apart from your Step 3 Technical Repertoire Pack, is a metronome of some kind. The metronome I use is a digital one on my phone that's a free download. However, I'm using my phone to record this, so we can't use that right now. As such, we have a couple of cymbals here. I'm going to show you why we've got these two in particular to act as our metronome for these exercises. So, step one, I Get a Kick Out of You is written in cut time. That's that kind of double time thing where it looks like 4/4, but you're feeling 2 strong pulses in each bar instead of 4, and it's going to feel pretty upbeat, pretty quick. For everything we're doing in this lesson, I'd like you to pretend that it's in 4/4. The first thing I want you to do is have a look up on the board there. Rhythm number 1 is triplet quavers. These are the most common type of triplets that you may also see in No Such Thing, song number 9 in the pack. And basically, you are fitting 3 even notes, 3 even quavers, into each beat of the bar. So if this was our tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, normally you'd be cutting that in half to get TTs. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Instead, for triplets, you would be putting 3 even notes into each bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now hopefully you've had a lesson on No Such Thing already, or you've watched the video lesson and you're quite familiar with that rhythm. Example number 2 up there. This is what you get when you have 3 even notes spread across 2 beats of the bar. So instead of having quavers, the TT rhythm, having 3 of those in each count, you're now trying to put 3 notes for every 2 beats of the bar. So if this is our tempo, before T, 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 now we're going to be kind of halving the speed of those rhythms to get ta, 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 and that's going to give us triplet crotchets instead, triplet tars. 3 notes spread across 2 counts. The final one on there is the trickiest thing in I Get a Kick Out of You, and that is triplet-minims. This is where you're going to fit 3 even notes across a whole bar. So 3 notes across what would be 4 beats. Obviously the maths in this is all a bit tricky, especially when we're so used to dividing our beats and our bars into even numbers. So if this was triplet crotchets, ta, 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 the new rhythm would be half the length or half the speed of all of those. So each one's going to go for twice as long. So if I can use my left foot to play this to the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to play the triplet-minims, line number 3, on the ride cymbal here. So there's the ride cymbal, here's our beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, ta, ta. Not like that. So I'm thinking ta, 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 something like that. This is where it gets really confusing, not just if you're trying to coordinate yourself, but because at a slow tempo, it's hard to feel this. So here's what we're going to do. Normally, if you were practicing a jazz tune with a metronome, the tick, tick, tick thing, you would set it either to all 4 beats of the bar, or you would then cut it to just beat 2 and beat 4 of the bar to give you kind of a backbeat. Those are the beats of the bar that give the music energy and drive. So if we were to take a tune like Fly Me to the Moon from the Step 1 pack, instead of having tap, 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 we would only have it on beat 2 and beat 4. In the olden days, you would have to very cleverly do that with your tick-tock kind of analog metronome, the old pyramid thing that would sit on top of a piano. You would set it to half of your tempo, and then you would deliberately count yourself in 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You would have to kind of feel 2 and 4, and then you'd try playing like that. These days with the digital metronomes, you can often just mute any of the beats of the bar, leaving the ones that you want to have clicked. So on my pretend phone here, the app I've got shows you the 4 beats of the bar, or the 6 beats of the bar, however many beats you've chosen to be in each bar. In this case, we're still thinking in 4s. The app shows you all 4, and then I would choose to mute number 1 and mute number 3, giving me this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really useful for jazz tunes in that kind of swing feel that have complex rhythms or a bit of syncopation to them, a bit of offbeat stuff. What we have in I Get a Kick Out of You though is even trickier, because it would start off 1, because it's in double time. The first bit's easy. But getting the triplet bit is tricky. So what we're going to do, instead of using either all 4 beats of the bar or 2 and 4 on the click, I'd like you to set a metronome to just click beat 1 of the bar. So here's what that would sound like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the beginning, the introduction, or that kind of 3-beat lead in, that's still going to be pretty straightforward. It's going to go click, bum, 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 click, ta, 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 as you lead up. Then I want you to only play the first note of the triplet. So we know that the first triplet that comes up is G, A, B flat for trumpet, F, G, A flat for trombone. All you're going to do is play the F on beat 1 and hold it for 4 counts, which would give you this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what you get. You are turning the first note of each bar into a semi-breve, taking up the whole bar. Then you can practice those bars on their own, and instead of playing it as a semi-breve, as a whole note, you need to divide it into 3 even notes. So we're not thinking so much mathematically now. We are feeling the strong pulse on beat 1, and then we are trying to roll through it with even notes. So feel the pulse, split it evenly. So if this is our counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to try some even 3 notes between them. Maybe it'll work well, maybe it won't because I'm trying to use coordination. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. So I'm feeling that strong, 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 and then dividing it in 3. Let's try some of the patterns. First triplet. Ba, 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 ba. I'm just going to repeat that little 3-note sequence. How about the next triplet? In line 2, we've got 2 in a row. G, A, B, C, B, A are the trumpet notes. Would sound like this. Strong, strong. I'm getting those feeling even and flowing and rolling. And then third line. Ta, 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 ta. Same thing, put that together with a strong beat one. First note was a bit dodgy, but you get the idea. The rhythm was even. And then string it all together. Let's see if I can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we've done is we've set our metronome to just click beat 1 because that is the strong pulse of the bar. If we were dealing with crotchet triplets, the second line there, you would be able to set your metronome to beat 1 and beat 3 of the bar because you're feeling those as strong pulses. Ba 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 ba, and so forth. You can work out what beats of the bar you need to feel strongly in order to play these rhythms. For the last one, it's beat 1. You need to feel that really clearly. Then we turned them into semi-breves, whole notes. Ba, ba, just hit beat 1, hold it for the whole bar. Then we turned that into even rolling notes within that space of time. If this is our beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba, 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 ba. We're getting 3 perfectly even notes in there. If you listen to the Michael Bublé version, you'll hear that a lot of the time he doesn't do them evenly. And that's a really common thing. I'm not going to show you what he does because I don't want to confuse things. But he gives it kind of long, long, short kind of feel. Don't do that. You can do that later in your own time, but when you're learning to read this, try and practice it perfectly evenly. And then you can apply that to any of the other phrases later in the song. There we go, we'll have some students arriving in a moment. For example, the repeating 3-note pattern in the third and second last lines of the song. Da 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 dum. Still count yourself in 4 because you've got that 3-beat lead in that is in time, regular common time, and then you're into the triplets. Bum 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 ba 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 bum, and that's how it's going to come together. So I hope that's been helpful. See how you go with those things. Set your metronome to 1 beat per bar if you're dealing with those kind of triplets in line 3. Set your metronome to click beat 1 and 3 if you're dealing with the crotchet triplets in line 2. And you can have your metronome clicking all 4 beats if you're dealing with quaver triplets, which are the top line, and basically extend them into longer notes that you can feel the strong pulses really well, and then try and break them up into 3 even notes. Good luck. It is tricky. It will take practice. Have a listen to the Anything Goes version of the tune and get out your metronome or download one. Enjoy.